From Vietnam to the Middle East, and in particular to Jordan, for an exclusive interview with the ruler of the Hashemite kingdom, King Hussein. As the man who occupies the hottest throne in the Middle East, Hussein is rarely out of the headlines. In his 20 years as monarch, he survived 15 assassination attempts. The latest, only last year, put him in hospital with nervous collapse. Only a few weeks later, he was back in the news with the announcement that he'd divorced his second wife, Princess Muna, and had married for a third time. It was 11 years ago that Hussein married Tony Gardner, the daughter of a British Army officer. Shortly before the marriage, she became a Muslim and took the name of Muna al-Hussein, meaning Hussein's wish. There are 4 children of the marriage, 2 boys, the eldest now 10, and twin girls of 4½. Princess Muna has said she'll continue to live in Jordan, in the palace outside Amman, which was Hussein's parting gift to her. Within 3 days of divorcing Princess Muna, the king had remarried. His choice this time was 24-year-old Alya Toukan, a member of a prominent Palestinian family from Jordan's West Bank. In an exclusive interview with Peter Snow, the king explained why he decided to marry again.
It was a decision that followed another decision, in point of fact. You know, the pressures that one has lived with throughout the years that have not been easy, either for myself or for my family as such. And in point of fact, as of 1967 in particular, the stresses and strains grew to a very large extent, and the pressures. And then arrived the point when, in all honesty, we took a look at ourselves, both myself and Princess Muna, and decided that it was much more worthwhile to keep the friendship, to keep the memories of the good days, the love for the children, the mutual respect, than to keep going in a way that would not end in the way that we would have wished right from the start. As for Alya, I had known her and her family for many, many years, since I was a student in Egypt, and her father was my guardian. I knew the family then. She was very, very young. I was much younger than I am at this stage. And we kept in touch on and off. During the last few months, we got to know each other, and suddenly I realized there is a little bit of hope, really. And the hope grew that there is a person who feels the way I feel about many things. And we grew convinced that together we could make a worthwhile life, not only for ourselves, but as a result for others.
Queen Alya, why do you think that Hussein chose you? Do you think there's anything political about this? Do you think it's because you have a Palestinian background?
No, not at all. I mean, he chose me because I'm me, I think. And it never occurred to me, or it never occurred to him, to be political anyway.
Tell us how you met. I mean, it was last year when you really met, wasn't it, properly, Professor?
Well, we knew each other, like he said, on and off. We saw each other, we met and everything. But we got to know each other very well a few months ago.
Where was this?
And, here in Amman. My work, I was working in the public relation, and I was in constant touch with His Majesty because of my work. And I think from then on it started.
What sort of a person do you think you're marrying? What sort of a person is King Hussein?
He's quite dynamic and quite ambitious, wants to do a lot for his country and help.
Is he a mad, get-about playboy, water skiing all the time? I mean, what is there more to him than
Well, it's not necessary a water skier to be a playboy. I mean, somebody could throw a statement that the president or a king is a playboy, and all the papers would catch it. And I don't think so.
If King Hussein has ever worried about his playboy image, he's never let it stop him from leading a very active life, often in the company of what might be called Jordan's swinging jet set. He's a man who works hard and plays hard, for whom relaxation is a necessity rather than a luxury. But though he knows some people will frown on a third marriage at only 37, he's confident that he's proved his seriousness often enough to be able to disregard any playboy taunts now.
I used to say that maybe in the years that had passed. In the early years of my life, I don't think it was fully justified. I love people, I've met many people, I meet them constantly, I work with them. People in my country and elsewhere in the world are really my main link with life, and my responsibilities towards them are very, very clear. But in point of fact, in this marriage, it is, I think, the best thing that has happened as far as I'm concerned. And it is possibly, as far as I'm concerned, in terms of my own feelings of keenness to save my own self-respect, the best guarantee that these rumors wouldn't spring out, or this impression would not spring out at all. I love Aliyah, and we're very happy together, and this is our home, and this is our family, and this is our life, and I hope together we can help and work really.
Did you find it difficult breaking into the king's family circle?
No, I didn't. I mean, as far as his family, they were all very nice. I found no opposition, all his brothers and sister and Queen Mother. I mean, I felt they were part of my family too, like my mother, my brothers, my sisters, and it's lovely.
It has been said that you did run into some opposition, that some people thought you were not the right person.
Papers. It's not true. I mean, they haven't seen it, have they? And I love them, and I feel that they love me, and they're welcome in my home as well as I'm welcome in their homes. And I found no difficulty at all, no opposition.
What sort of work were you doing for Aliyah, the Chilean airline?
Well, I was at the public relations assistant manager. I worked at the airport before as supervisor in the passenger service.
I think you've travelled a great deal, haven't you?
Yes.
Where did you study?
I studied all over, but I graduated from overseas school of Rome. It's an American school. And then I went to Loyola University of Chicago in Rome Center, and Hunter College in New York.
You've taken on quite a task. You married somebody who has an extremely strenuous life, a very dangerous life. How do you look at this prospect? Is it an exciting one for you, or are you rather worried about it?
Sometimes I'm worried, sometimes I'm excited. But each day something new comes up. Each day is another day, and I think we just live for that.
Will you still be seeing Princess Muna?
Yes, I see her regularly, and we're obviously interested in our children, and we have a friendship. We have memories of old days, of good days, and I have a great deal of respect for her.
What happens to her now?
She has her same position in terms of her responsibilities of work here in this country, her title, her home, the responsibilities towards the children. She has traveled to the States to see the boys and see them into school, and before that to bring them out here a short while ago. And she has many responsibilities in the country as such. Nothing has altered or changed, really, and her life is her life.
Looking to the future, if she wants to move from here one day to England or America, somewhere else, and take the children with her, what will be your reaction?
Well, in any event, even as of some while ago, and before any of the recent developments in our lives, I had done whatever I could throughout to ensure that if anything happened to me, which could happen within my limited means, of course, that at least they would live a sheltered life, they would be able to develop, and as far as the children are concerned, grow in a normal way, and at the same time have the opportunity later on to serve their country and work for it and belong to it. And as far as she is concerned, her freedom is hers, really, in terms of the future. But obviously, as far as the children are concerned, they are not hers or mine, they are ours, and therefore there will constantly be a very, very close interest in them, which I hope we can work out to their mutual benefit.
But Jordan is to be their home. That's important, is it?
I think they're obviously Jordanian, but they are now all over. The boys are in the States. I don't know. The twins are at school here. I see them practically every day. They come to see us. I go see them. And the children come back for holidays, but in the future they may go for their schooling elsewhere. But they're Jordanian, obviously, and so is Muna, in point of fact.
What sort of a different life would you intend to create with King Hussein? I mean, do you see yourself being very much in the background, or do you see yourself taking a more political role?
Well, I'd like to be with the family too, and I'd like to take a political role and be next to His Majesty. And I like to do what he's going to do and what he wants me to do, and also be at home and with my family. I mean, I have a big task, I know, but I hope I can do it.
King Hussein, do you think that your life, which has been in danger now for more than 20 years, has become less or more dangerous?
It's no more or less than at any time in the past, really, but whereas one felt the strain and felt tired and felt possibly desperate as a human being, as a person, I think I derive now new strength from not only knowing Alia, but from having her alongside me in our attempts to serve our people. And my whole outlook on life is different, really, and I hope that whatever remains of it will be for the better of our people and what we believe in and what we fight for, not only for them, but for a better future for this entire area.
Thank you very, very much. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.